Hello everyone, today our topic is how to automate employee record management and update HR database with Jotform and MS Excel. So I am an HR and I have to keep the record and manage the record of all my employees. So I'm going to automate this process, and for that I have created a form in Jotform. So whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission from Jotform, then automatically I'm going to receive all the data of my employee. So after getting this form submission, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these details automatically in my Microsoft Excel workbook. So for that, what I have to do is I have to build a simple connection between Jotform and Microsoft Excel. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use trigger and action. In trigger application, I'm going to use Jotform. In action application, I'm going to use Microsoft Excel. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen. And today we are going to see that how we can automate employee record management by updating HR database with Jotform and Microsoft Excel. So as an HR, I collect and keep record of all my employees, and this is the toughest job because I used to do this manually, and I used to manually add data of all the employees in my Microsoft Excel, where I have created this database for all my employees. So in this database, I'm keeping the records of all the employees, and I have created a data form in Jotform. So whenever I get a new form submission from Jotform, then I get the data of my employees. So I use this data and I add the employee data in my Microsoft Excel database. But this takes a lot of time and energy. So I want to automate this process of employee record management, and I want that every time my employee fills or submits the data form that I have created in Jotform, automatically the details of that form submission will get added in my Microsoft Excel database. So for this, I use an amazing automation and integration tool, that is Pabbly Connect. So with the help of Pabbly Connect, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a simple connection between Jotform and Microsoft Excel, and that too without any coding and programming skills. So whenever I'm going to get a new form submission from my employee, then automatically I'm going to capture that form submission details and I'm going to add those details in my Microsoft Excel database. So here I'm going to show you how you can also automate this process of employee records management. So for using Pabbly Connect, what you have to do is you have to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com/connect, and this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free, and it will take only 2 minutes of your time, and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have the workflow section, and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here, and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here, I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to update HR database with Jotform and MS Excel. Now I have to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So for that, I have to open this tab, and in this tab you will find all the folders that you have created in your Pabbly Connect account. And in this, I have this particular folder of HR, so I'm going to select this and I'm going to click on Create. And this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first, and here my trigger application is going to be Jotform. So I'm going to select Jotform here. And now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new response will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this, and I have to connect Jotform with Pabbly Connect. So for connecting Jotform with Pabbly Connect, I'm going to use this webhook URL. So this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Jotform and Pabbly Connect. And for connecting these two accounts, I have to follow all this instruction. So first I'm going to copy this webhook URL. I will go back to Jotform, and here I will go to settings. And in settings, I have this option of integrations. So I'm going to open this, and in integration, I'm going to search for webhooks. So I'm going to use this webhooks to connect Jotform with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to open this, and here I have to give the webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So first I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to paste that webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. And now I have to click on complete integration. So here my integration is ready. Now what I need to do is I need to go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see it is waiting for webhook response. So how I can get this webhook response? For that I have to create a new form submission by using that data form that I have created. So let's go back to Jotform. I'm going to click on finish. I will go back to build. And this is the form that I'm going to use. So for creating a form submission, what I have to do is I have to go to publish and I'm going to open this form in a new tab. And this is my employee data form. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this form with my employee details and I'm going to fill dummy details just to show you how I can add these details automatically in my Microsoft Excel database. So I'm going to create a sample submission here. So my first name will be test, last name will be user, email will be testuser@pabblytudes.com. Now I'm going to give a random mobile number and now I have to fill the address. So my address will be B93, my street address will be Old Street, my city will be Bhopal, state will be Madhya Pradesh and I'm going to give a random pin code. Now I have to give a date of joining, so I'm going to click here and I'm going to select the date of joining, which will be 1st of December 2023. Now I'm going to give a random employee ID. So this is going to be my employee ID. I have to select the gender, which will be male. Now I have to give a department. So my department will be of development and my designation will be senior developer. Now I have to give my bank account details. So first I have to give a bank name. So my bank name will be XYZ Bank. I have to give an account holder name, which will be test user. I have to give an account number. So I'm going to give a random account number. And now I have to give a IFSC code. So my IFSC code will be, so this is my random IFSC code. Now I have to give a educational qualification. So my qualification will be of BTech. My university will be Test University. Year of passing will be 2021. I don't have any professional certificates, so I'm going to give not available. Year of certification will be not available. And I have to select the document that I have submitted in my company. So I'm going to select all the documents that I have submitted. So these are going to be all the documents that I have submitted. So I have filled all the required details here in this form. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to submit this form. And here I have submitted my form. Now what should happen is that automatically all this form details should be sent to Pabbly Connect. Now to check this, let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see I have received this response. So in the response, I have the form submission details. So I have the gender, which is male. I have the employee ID. This is the date of joining, which is 1st of December 2023. I have the address state, which is Madhya Pradesh. I have the random postal code. I have the city, which is Bhopal. I have the address line, which is Old Street, and the address, which is B93. I have the random mobile number of my employee. I have the email address, which is testuser@pabblytudes.com. I have the first name and the last name, which is test user. I have all the documents that my employee has submitted. So the documents are CV, passport size photograph, Aadhaar card, PAN card, educational certificates, experience certificates, and year of professional certificate is not available, professional certificate is not available, and year of passing is 2021. Institute is Test University, qualification is BTech. This is the random IFSC code. I have the random account number. Account holder name is test user. Bank name is XYZ Bank. Designation of employee is senior developer. Department is development. And here I have received all the details that my employee has submitted in my form. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use all these details and automatically I'm going to add these details in my Microsoft Excel database where I'm keeping the records of all my employees. So for that, what I have to do is I have to set up my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab and here my action application is going to be Microsoft Excel. So I'm going to search for that. So I'm going to select Microsoft Excel here and now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab and add row to worksheet will be my action event. So I'm going to select this and now I have to connect Microsoft Excel with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection and I will connect with Microsoft Excel. And here I have to click on accept to give access to my account. So I'm going to click here. And my connection here is successful. Now I have all these tabs. So what I need to do is I need to first select my workbook. So for that, let me take you to my Microsoft Excel database. And here this is my Microsoft Excel database. And in this is my worksheet which is named as employee records. So I'm going to use this particular worksheet or workbook. And in this I have all these columns. So in this columns, I'm going to add the details of my employee. Now I'm going to map these details in Pabbly Connect. So let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here first I have to select my workbook. So I'm going to open this tab. And in this tab, you will find all the workbooks that are connected with your Microsoft Excel account. And in this, I'm going to use a particular workbook which is named as employee records. So I'm going to search for that. And this is my workbook. So I'm going to select this. And here we can see that all the details have changed according to my workbook. So I have all these columns in my workbook. So what I need to do is I need to use the form submission details that I've just received from Jotform, and I'm going to use all those details to add them in my Microsoft Excel database. My workbook is employee records. I have this drive ID which has already been selected. And now what I have to do is I have to fill all these details of the column with the details of the new form submission that I've received with Jotform. So I'm going to map all those details and I have to use mapping. So what mapping is? Mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I have to click here. I will open this response of Jotform, and first I need the name of my employee. So for that, I have to first search for the name of my employee here, and this is the name of my employee. So first I'm going to give the first name, which is test. I will give a space and I'm going to map the last name, which is user. So here I have mapped my name, and similarly I'm going to fill all these details here. So here, whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission, then automatically those details will get replaced here, and I'm going to get the new form submission details automatically added in my Microsoft Excel workbook. Now I have to add the employee ID. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Jotform, and in this I have to search for the employee ID. So this is the employee ID. So I'm going to map this. Now I'm going to map the email address. Now I need the phone number. Similarly, I'm going to map the address. So my address is B93. Now I have to give the street address. My street address is Old Street, and my city is going to be Bhopal. Now I have to give the state. State is Madhya Pradesh, and I have to give a random zip code. So this is the postal code or the zip code. Now I have to give the date of joining. So I have to click here. I will open the response of Jotform, and here this is my date of joining. So I have received date of joining in this particular way. So what I have to do is I have to first map the date. I will give a slash. I will map the month, which is December, and I will map the year. So this is my date of joining. Now what I have to do is I have to give the gender. Now I'm going to give the department, designation, bank name, account holder name, account number. Now I'm going to map the IFSC code, degree of my employee. Now I have to give the institute or the university, year of passing, certification name if it is available, year of certification. Now I have to give the documents that has been submitted by my employee. So I have to click here. I will open the response, and here I have received all these documents. So I'm going to select all the documents and I'm going to give a comma between them. So these are all the documents that my employee has submitted. And here I have filled all the required details that I want to add in my Microsoft Excel workbook. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here on this save and send test request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have added all these details of my employee that I have received from my Jotform submission, and automatically I have added those details in my Microsoft Excel workbook. Now to check this, what I have to do is I have to take you to my Microsoft workbook, and here we can see I have added this new row in my workbook. So here I have the name, which is test user. I have the employee ID. Email is testuser@pabblytudes.com. I have the random phone number. I have the address, which is B93, Old Street, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. I have the random zip code. I have the date of joining, which is 1st of December 2023. I have the gender, which is male. I have the department of development. I have the designation of senior developer. Bank name is XYZ Bank. Account holder name, which is test user. I have the account number, and I have the IFSC code. Degree is BTech. Institute or university is Test University. Year of passing is 2021. And certificate is not available. So year of certification is also not available. And these are all the documents that my employee has submitted. So I have the CV, passport size photograph, PAN card, educational certificate, and experience certificate. So here we can see these are the details that I have received from Jotform submission that my employee has filled, and automatically I have added all those details in my Microsoft Excel sheet. So here I have automated this employee record management. And here, whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission from my employee, then automatically the details of that employee will be added in my Microsoft Excel workbook. Now to check this in real time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my Jotform, and here I'm going to open this form in a new tab one more time. And I'm going to fill dummy details in this form with the details of my employee. So here my name will be dummy, last name will be user, email will be dummyuser@pabblytudes.com. I will give a random mobile number. I will give an address. Address will be A12, New Street, city will be Bhopal, state will be Madhya Pradesh. I will give a random zip code, and my date of joining will be 1st of November 2023. I have to give a random employee ID. So my employee ID will be this. I have to select the gender. Gender will be male. Now I have to give the department. So my department will be of marketing. I have to give a designation. Designation will be of senior video instructor. I have to give a bank name. So my bank name will be ABC Bank. Account holder name will be dummy user. I have to give an account number. So I'm going to give a random account number. I have to give a IFSC code. This is going to be my IFSC code. Degree will be of MBA. Institute will be dummy institute. University will be dummy university. I have to give a year of passing, which will be 2022. Professional certificate is not available. Year of certification is not available. And I'm going to select the document that I have submitted. And I'm going to click on submit. So here we can see that I have submitted this new form. So here what should happen is that automatically these details of my form submission should get captured, and automatically all those details should be added in my Microsoft workbook. Now to check whether we have added all these details in my Microsoft Excel workbook or not, let's go back to Microsoft Excel. And here we can see I have added this new row in my Microsoft Excel workbook. So the name is dummy user. This is the employee ID. I have the email, which is dummyyuser@pabblytudes.com. I have the random phone number. I have the address, which is A12 New Street, Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. I have the random zip code. I have the date of joining, which is 1st of November 2023. I have the gender, which is male. Account holder name is dummy user. This is the account number. I have the IFSC code. Degree is of MBA. Institute or university is of dummy university. Year of passing is 2022. Certification name or the year of certification is not available. And these are all the documents that my employee has submitted. So here we can see that my connection between Jotform and Microsoft Excel is working successfully. And every time I'm going to get a new form submission from my employee, then automatically that employee details will be added in my Microsoft Excel workbook. So here I have automated this process of employee record management. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we have created this connection between Jotform and Microsoft Excel in such a way that whenever we are going to receive a new form submission from Jotform, then automatically that form submission details will be added in my Microsoft Excel. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Jotform, and my trigger event was new response. Then I have set up my action step, and my action application was Microsoft Excel, and my action event was add row to worksheet. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description, so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this by using Pabbly Connect. So if you want to reach out to us, then email us at support@pabbly.com. And if you have any queries, then you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any issue with the pricing, then you can visit this link. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.